Hola guys and girls, and welcome to the third and last match of the group stage of the Pokemon Draft World Cup. Germany is up against Scotland and Scotland's representative Richie, aka Baebleye. Last week got a close week 1-0 win versus England and Ashton Akai, so we are 1-1 so far. So if we can win this match, we have very good chances of getting into the knockout phase, getting into the top 8 at least, and so on and so on. If we keep winning, potentially even being the World Cup champion of the Pokemon Draft World. But yeah, if we lose, we are probably out, because then probably someone else will be 2-1. Paul so far did very well, so yeah, he's probably already set right there. But depending if he loses too high, I think he can still lose as well. But he's probably set right there, and now it's against me and Richie to battle out who will be the second one. And yeah, that's basically the whole thing. Let's go over his team, then we can go over my team. So, he got the Kirby, the Florges, the Registeel, the Mega Pidgeot, the Xatu, Landorus, Therian, and the Weezing. Looking at his team, biggest threat, without a doubt, first glance, you see it already, it's the Wallbreaker team, it's the Kyurem Black. Kyurem Black, I have, like, 2-year coverage, I have no switches to that, like, just Ice Beam, Fusion Bolt, Earth Power, and you hit my whole team, and Dragon Stab, like, 4 moves, and you hit my whole team for super effect damage, or you can even OHKO it because Frost Slash, even though it's not weak to any of those 4 moves. It's just too frail. Same with Breloom. Breloom is weak to Ice, but let's see what else. No, Fusion Bolt kills Birdle, Fusion Bolt and Ice Beam for Tornadus, Earth Power through Levitate with the Turbo Blaze, of course, so it can get, or is it Turbo Blaze? I don't know, Terravolt? Terravolt, I think. Turbo Blaze is the one from Kyurem White. But yeah, it's basically Mold Breaker, so it negates the Levitate, so it will hit me super effectively with the Earth Power as well. Very big threat. Then Florges and Registeel, a pain to take down. Thankfully, I got Nidoqueen, which can hit both of them with super effective Sheer Force boosted stab. So that's not too big of a problem, but the other mons are kind of struggling with those. Mega Pidgeot very fast. I don't, my Tornadus actually speed ties with it. So we will have like a little no-guard matchup. Thankfully, I can't miss Hurricanes versus him as well because of no-guard, so I don't have to worry about that. But yeah, it's speed tie or I bring a Scarfer. Landorus Therian can be problematic if he's dual dance variant or is defense. I could think build defensive more than Scarf or offensive Landorus, because Earth Stab, Earthquakes are gonna hurt Bronzor, who can decently take it on, but of course it gets the knockoff, which is always annoying. And yeah, Weezing, very good stop to my Breloom, but yeah, I think I found a way around those threats. So let's go on my team. First up, we got Burp, the Assault Lasted Tornadus Therian with Hurricane, Heat Wave, Slash Bomb, U-turn, max speed, max special attack. I'm going for the speed test of Mega Pidgeot if needed, and this is one of my answers to it. Because of the Assault Test, I can take any hit, and I can do a lot of damage with the Hurricane. Of course, if he wins speed ties and confuses me, I am the world of hurt. But yeah, my main answer to the, that's why I have the Assault Test, otherwise I would be a more offensive one. Heat Wave, of course, there for the Registeel, Slash Bomb for the Florges, and U-turn for momentum. Yeah, that's today's very sneaky. Switch into Pivot like it really is on the OU letter as well. Pivot into special attacks and yeah, hit the mons very hard with Hurricane. Stab Hurricane. His flying resist is the Registeel, which does not like taking Heat Rays, of course. Next up, we got Turtle, the Mega Blastoise with Aura Sphere, Ice Beam, Flash Cannon, and Rapid Spin. Once again, no Water Stab, because Aura Sphere is already boosted as my main stab. Aura Sphere, of course, for the Kyurem B, for the Registeel mainly, and then we have Ice Beam for the stuff like the Lando and the Xatu, and last but not least, Flash Cannon for the Florges. Rapid Spin, of course, like I said, Rapid Spin on Mega Blastoise will probably every week be there. I can't imagine a week, or a match, it's not a league, there are no weeks, but where I don't have Rapid Spin. This speed is there for, don't let me lie, I think, let me look at his team. I think it's for No Speed Xatu. No Speed Xatu is what that speed for. In case he brings a bulky Xatu with Defog support or whatever, I can outspeed the thing, hit him with an Ice Beam. And I want at least some speed, so like a max speed Registeel can't outspeed me or something like that. But I mean, max speed Jolly Registeel probably can outspeed me with that little investment. But yeah, that's not a thing. That's not happening. At least I hope so. But yeah, that's Mega Blastoise for you. Next up, we got a very nice set. The Rest Talk Calm Mind Flash Cannon Bronzong. This thing, physically defensive, can set on so many things. Sugar Berry, of course, yeah, like I already said, the Earth Power Kyurem goes through the Levitate, so I still have the Sugar Berry, can take it very well and hit him hard with a super effective Flash Cannon. But yeah, this thing can set up on so many things. Landorus, like knockoffs, after my item is gone, it does not doing enough because of physically defensive. Then, versus Registeel I can set up, versus Florges I can set up, versus Xatu, depending on how offensive he is and if he has a Heat Wave. On Lando I can set up, and on Weezing I can set up as well. This thing can set up on so many things. Doesn't even care. I have to be fully physically defensive, potentially Fusion Bolt. Fusion Bolt from a max attack Kyurem can still 3-hit KO me. That's just how bulky, that's how strong the Kyurem is. So I have to, if it comes down to Sleep Talk, I just have to hope that I Rest Talk, Flash Cannon versus that thing so I can kill it. But that's basically the only thing which can free KO me. I mean, Bandit Landorus, of course, as well. Or the Pidgeot with Heat Wave is strong enough as well, unless I'm at like +6 or something like that. But this thing is so many setup opportunities. It's insane, and I'm hoping this thing can put in some work as my... Like I said, bulky setup sweep are more like my mid-game strategy. It's not something you go into late game. That's more like getting offensive setup in speed or attack. But yeah, that's Bronzong. It's main answer to Kyurem as well, like my first switcher because Sugar Berry and with the Dragon Steps and stuff like that, Dragon Ice Step can Steel types, blah blah blah, you know the jazz. Yeah, set up on many things. Next up we got Loom Data, the Breloom with Poison Eel, Toxic Orb this time, same speed as Mega Blastoise, enough speed for no speed Zato with Facade, Mach Punch, Leaf Seed and Substitute. I was thinking a lot of Breloom is so important, like Mach Punch priority, it's so much on this team which is important. It hits like Fighting Staff in general, hits the Registeel, hits the Kyurem with Mach Punch, very important. The Mega Pidgeot, it's hurt a lot by that as well. But with Facade, Mach Punch, Leaf Seed and Substitute, this thing can actually beat, or not, it cannot beat the Weezing 1v1, but it can at least do something to Weezing 1v1. If I have a sub, I can Leaf Seed that and substall it a little bit with Toxic Orb and Leaf Seed. I will get enough recovery to the point where I can just go Substitute and bear the Weezing down, because that thing only has Pain Split and that won't hurt me if I'm behind the sub. And then, of course, Mach Punch is my priority move. And then I was thinking, what is my last move? Do I put Rock Tomb there? Do I put Grass Step there? A stronger Fighting Step? And in the end, Facade was looking like the best option. I will, of course, boost it to 140 base power because I will have the Toxic Orb activated. So, yeah, it's my strongest move I have at this moment. I mean, it's basically, without Technician, it's actually stronger than Drain Punch because Drain Punch with Stab is like 75, 1.5 boost around 110. I want base power 110, face Facade is base power 140, so it's actually stronger than Drain Punch. What would be like, I could be a Focus Punch variant as well, but I want hit the mons like Florges without being behind the sub. But it's Bloom right here. Hopefully you can do some stuff. Next up we got Barry, the Black Sludge, Sheer Force, Earth Power Slash with Ice Beam, Stealth Rock, Nidoqueen with enough speed. You know already the deal. No speed Zato is the border we are going for with the Black Sludge this time because this is my main switch into the Florges. Because Bronzong, of course, can switch in, but I mean, Bronzong as well. But that's why I want to have the Black Slash to be this thing more of a switch. And like I said, Earth Power Sludge Wave Step with Sheer Force boosted is very important for his team. It basically breaks his core, and then we have Ice Beam for stuff like the Landorus, the Zato, which I can't really hurt with my other stuff. And then Stealth Rock, because we want rocks on our team. Bronzong is a setup variant, so this is the only ones left with rocks, because I can see we are not bringing Miltank. Then last but definitely not least, we got Cool Grill, the Frost left with Ice Beam, Ice Shot, Destiny Bond in Switcheroo, enough speed to outspeed up to a Scarfed Kyurem Black, I think it is. Yeah, Kyurem Black is faster than Lando. And then Modest Nature, Ice Beam, Ice Shot, not Modest Nature, Mild Nature with Ice Shot. So not a minus. This time I really have Ice Shot with a not minus attack nature. This thing can, after I switch my Scarf away to anything, like something like the Registeel if I need to, then I can still hit the Pidgeot with an Ice Shot for pretty good damage. It does like 30 to 40%, so I can get a nice surprise KO if that switch in on rocks on some points. Then of course Destiny Bond there, so for the guaranteed Scarf kill if needed. And Ice Beam as my main step, because Ice Beam hits, this is I wanted something that outspeeds guaranteed the Pidgeot, because my Tornadus can't really do that. If it comes down to Confused Shenanigans, I have a problem, so I want to have to switch in, just click Ice Beam, kill this thing, or not really kill it. I can't kill it from full, because Frostus is not that strong, but does a lot of damage with the stab Ice Beam, and yeah, that's why I have Frostus on the team. This is the team. Now we'll scoop over to Showdown and see how the team actually functions, and if it works and stuff like that. See you there. Alright guys and girls, here we are on Showdown. Sadly have to record it the second time because the first time the audio was fucked up, and yeah, like see a new background. I'm actually in my room in the new house of my parents. We don't have internet right now. I'm using my phone as a mobile hotspot, which I don't want it too long because my fully fair my internet is not very. I don't have a maximum of what's the right code in English? I don't know. Basically, I can't use too much internet over my phone, otherwise I will lose my internet completely. But yeah, looking at his team, he got the Kyurem, the Florges, the Registeel, the Mega Pidgeot, the Zato, and the Weezing. Weezing probably there to check my Breloom, that is physically defensive. Mega Pidgeot does Mega Pidgeot things. It has Heat Wave, Hurricane, U-Turn, all this good stuff. It's a special attacker. Registeel probably Split Def for my Tornadus and my stuff like Tornadus, Blastars, all these mons, my Frostless and stuff like that.
Florges could be more offensive variant, could be like straight physical defensive and just the cleric it is. I don't know yet. Could be Calm Mind setup. Then we take Kyurem, definitely Wall Breaker, might be Life or might be Scarf. I don't know, like mixed attacking for sure, Fusion Bolt, Ice Beam, Dragon Stab, and Earth Power hits my whole team. And then Xatu is kind of the wild card as well. Like Xatu and Florges, I'm the most unsure about what exactly their spreads and stats are. They could both be defensive or more offensive. I will have to scout that in the match. But yeah, I decided to lead with Tornadus because Tornadus, before Mega Evolves, it outspeeds his whole team. So I can just hit Mons or U-turn out accordingly. So that's the plan. He's leading with his Stretch Steel. I'm definitely U-turning out right here. I don't want to get Thunder Wave, and this is the immediate setup opportunity for my Bronzor. I can just straight go for Calm Minds. Looking at his team, his whole team is weak to Steel. The only thing that resisted is the Registeel, which of course is set up for me. He goes straight into Start, probably predicting my rocks, and I go for the first Calm Mind. And now it's, like I said, I don't know exactly what the Xatu is gonna do, what the stats, what the spread is. Like I said, he probably switched in predicting my rocks to bounce them back and stuff like that. But, so I don't know yet if it's offensive. If it's offensive Heat Wave with Life Orb, after a Calm Mind, I can rest up, but he will free it KO me, so it's not set up for him. But I can still rest up, be at a decent amount of health, and can switch out accordingly. If he's not offensive, I can just Calm Mind up right here and set up all over his face. And yeah, so that's the plan basically, because if I just go for a Flash Cannon, he goes for Heat Wave, that will do a lot of damage. I rather have a +2 and then get a rest up. Of course I could get Parrot, but I do not think that will happen. So I just go for the second Calm Mind here, like you can see here. He goes for the trick and ruins my setup greens with my offensive, or my Kronzong, if you want to call it like that, in this turn 3. So yeah, I got now a Scarfed Bronzong. He has now a Chocoberry Xatu. I switch out into my Tornadus, predicting the Heat Wave for like any special attack and I can chew. And yeah, I go into my Tornadus. He goes into his Kyurem. Funny enough, so he's definitely screaming that he has Choice Scarf right here, because otherwise I can just U-turn out into my check. I have no idea why I did go into Kyurem, but yeah, otherwise there's Scarf and he will kill me with Ice Beam, so I just hard switch out into my Bronzong, trying to take the Ice Beam, but he goes straight for the Draco Meteor and does that 45% to my Bronzong. This is a resisted hit, guys, and just 45%. That's means only one thing after the calc. This is a Specs Kyurem Black. And my check to it is Scarf right now, so I have a problem. I will switch out right here into my Britain the Registeel. I will switch out into my Nidoqueen, I think. And I could have taken a -2 Draco Meteor either way. I can scam out with Earth Power here, but I go for the Ice Beam, predicting the Xatu, actually that's most likely a switch, but he actually goes into Squeezing, takes a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage for Weezing. Obviously it does a lot because it's more physically defensive and especially bulky. But yeah, I just go for Sludge Wave right here, because Ice Beam wouldn't 2-hit KO him either way. Sorry, I'm switching a lot between pausing and unpausing. But yeah, Ice Beam wouldn't be a 2-hit KO either way, and in case he switches out into something else, predicting another Ice Beam, I want to go for the Sludge Wave, hitting that for more damage. But yeah, I go for Sludge Wave, he goes for Dark Pulse, and that damage tells me that's an offensive Weezing. That is an offensive Weezing into Dark Pulse. So I think, okay, he does not have Will-O-Wisp, or he may have Will-O-Wisp, but I don't mind that too much. This is my opportunity to get up my rocks. So I will do just that, showing another Dark Pulse, yeah, but the first one is 31%, now it's at 36%. I definitely want to switch out right here, getting my Nidoqueen not too low, so I can go to my Breloom, which resists that, and I can possibly get a sub-up. But like you can see here, this Dark Pulse does 44% to resist a hit to my Breloom. I still get a Toxic Orb up, but that I can substitute up, because now I start calculating the exact damage, and this is not only an offensive Weezing. This is the second Choice Specs user Richie has on his team. This is a Choice Specs Weezing locked into Dark Pulse. I was already wondering why I keep going for Dark Pulse, because Fire Blast would have obviously been stronger versus my Nidoqueen. But yeah, this is the Specs Weezing. The good thing is, I can kill now with Facade because he's not that bulky, and Weezing is gone. But yeah, Specs Weezing, that's definitely something. I did not expect that. He now goes out into his Xatu, predicting any Psychic move. I go straight into my Tornadus because of the Assault Vest. I can take it. Even the Psyshock, I don't mind. I know he's Chocoberry, so I can always U-turn out on him and stuff like that, pivot out. He goes for his own U-turn back into his Kyurem, but now I know he's not Scarf. Good prediction on his part, by the way, switching out, but yeah, I can go now for U-turn, get now chip damage, and go into my Bronzong just to have something to take this hit. Potentially, yeah, Draco. It's another Draco. It does 50% this time. This is definitely not resisted, guys. But yeah, now I switch out back into my Tornadus because at -2 I can take the hit very easily. And yeah, hit it back there, have a Hurricane or something like that. But he goes into his Registeel. Once again, I'm U-turning out right here. I don't want to get Thunder Waved. And I don't want to Seismic Toss kill my Bronzong, because that is still a very valuable sack. So I go into my Nidoqueen, which is of course immune to the Thunder Wave. And now the 50-50s begin. Last time I did go straight for the Ice Beam, predicting the Xatu to come in, because that's was looking like the most likely check after I saw that Weezing was offensive. Oh wait, no, I saw that after that. But you'd go for Ice Beam, predicting either the Xatu or the Weezing or the Pidgeot, something basically to resist the Earth Power. But now I want to go straight for the Earth Power, predicting to stay in, predicting another Ice Beam, and I did that does work out with 50%. He goes to Seismic Toss, that's 29%, and now once again the 50-50 goes, and one thing I learned from Papa Fizz, Fizz YouTube, the coach of the Atlanta Luchas, is you always win if you're more stubborn. So I just click Earth Power again, thinking that he would stay in again, and we get rid of the Raging Steel, which is great. If I would have clicked Ice Beam at some points, he would have won 1v1 because of Seismic Toss. He goes into his Mega Pidgeot. This is now my sack chance for the Bronzong. I wanted to keep it for the free switch into the Kyurem, but now it's a good chance as well to get a free switch into my Tornadus, because Tornadus is 2-hit KO'd by Hurricane. He gets a sub up, which is very scary, because now I have to win speed types with my Tornadus to break the sub, and all I need rolls to him not killing me, because even with the Assault Death, Hurricane has a chance to 2-hit KO me. He goes for the first Hurricane right here. Of course, I was speed here, winning the speed tie. He goes for the first Hurricane, does 49%, so two luck chances in my favor already. And now I predicted to switch out, because Hurricane will actually kill him, and this most likely switch into my Tornadus right here is the Florges, so I'm going straight for the Sludge Bomb. A little bit decent damage to Mega Pidgeot as well, obviously will not kill, but Sludge Bomb still gets good damage on him if he goes for Hurricane or wins the speed tie. That's of course scary, but I'm predicting to save his Pidgeot right here, taking kind of a risk, but Florges is looking like the likely switch, so I'm just going for the Sludge Bomb right here, hitting the incoming Florges for a very nice amount of damage, like you can see right here. And this is a fully split F Florges, so no doubt about that. I'm just mutating out right here, going straight into my Nidoqueen, because that's my designated switch in to the Florges. He gets up a wish, and yeah, right here I just go straight for the Sludge Wave, because I think after Rock's damage it should kill the Xatu. It obviously will kill this and gets a lot of damage on the other things here. It doesn't have poison immunity anymore, so I just go straight for the Sludge Wave, trying to kill this thing or kill what's trying to switch in on Rocks and the Sludge Wave. If he goes into the Xatu, can Sludge Wave kill? It cannot, sadly. Lives on 9% and gets his wish back. So yeah, I get a round of Flex Touch as well, and I have to switch out once again here into my Tornadus because I get more Generator, and he kept going for the U-turn, but this time he goes for Psyshock. I just go straight for the U-turn into my Blastoise right now, because this is the best thing. I have to take a Psyshock. Frostless won't enjoy it. Nidoqueen will obviously die, and Balloon will obviously die, and I don't have knockoff on my Tornadus. So yeah, I just go straight for the Ice Beam, killing this thing, chewing the Psyshock. This Xatu was not very strong. He goes straight into his Pure and Black, and something dies right here, because I don't have a Bronzong anymore, and Specs Draco kills everything on my team. It even kills my Tornadus through the Assault Death, so I just had to sack something right here, and I decided to sack my Frostless. I'm sorry, Frostless, you need a cool grill, but you're definitely not living this Draco Meteor. He just drops, and now I can go straight back out into my Breloom and basically win the game, because looking at his team, his Pidgeot is at 50%, after Roxas will be at 25%. That's in range for a Mark Punch. This thing is in range for a Mark Punch, and Florges is in range for a Facade. So this is now cleanup time for Mr. Breloom right here. I can Mark Punch kill him, get a crit. This didn't matter. And yeah, he goes into his Florges right here, thinking he can probably live a Facade, but I know he's Spadef, he's not living that. He probably thought I would switch out right here, but yeah, I know he's Spadef, he's not living a Facade, so I can go straight for that, kill the Mega Pidgeot, and then for sure kill the Florges as well after another round of Rocks damage. Facade is just very strong with the Toxic Orb activated, stronger than Drain Punch or that in Team Builder. But this is the 4-0 win for Germany, actually, over Scotland and Richie. So we are going 2-1 with a positive differential out of the group stage. If that is enough to get into the knockout phase, I won't spoil that here. You can either wait for tomorrow's video on RhyQuinn's channel. He's doing the recap on the group stage, going all over all the matchups upcoming in the knockout phase, or you can basically watch all the matches of my group and do your own math. But yeah, whatever you choose to, I won't spoil it right here. Either way, you have to watch some more videos. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Definitely check out Richie for his side on the match. By the way, another note, this Pidgeot was actually not max speed, so that wasn't actually not a speed type. I still got the roll and did not get confused, but that was actually not a speed type. But yeah, that's all from me. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you another time. Ciao.